Story time. So today is a story about how I made 20K while I was working at my 9 to 5 job. And it's actually a really surprising story. You would never guess how I actually got it. And no, it wasn't illegal or it may have been against the rules, but there was no really like laid out rule that said it, and it's not against the law to be honest. But basically, at the time, my 9 to 5 job was an operations associate at Lyft. So you know Lyft, like the driving company. It's the competitor with like Uber. Uber is also another driving company where like you hop in an Uber, they take you places. Lyft is the same exact thing. You hop in a Lyft, they take you someplace. I actually prefer Lyft too. When I first started ride sharing back in like college days, I think like 2013, 2014, the first rideshare I actually used was Lyft. That was the first rideshare that was in Buffalo, and that was actually the first rideshare I actually tried because they had like a promotion. It was like a free Lyft, and I used it to go to the mall, and I was pretty lit. I actually really liked it. But yeah, I ended up getting a job at Lyft, the corporate office, um, as an operations associate, basically helping other drivers, you know, the main customers, well, not the customer, but the main people that would come into our office were drivers basically, and they were like drivers from other companies like Lyft, Uber. They would come here sign up for Lyft. Either they would come to our office for two reasons mostly. There's two main reasons they would come to the office: either to sign up a new account, or if they had an issue with their account. And sometimes you would get a rare occasion where they got deactivated, because customer complained or they did something inappropriate or they broke the rules somehow. And the one way that I was able to finesse the system in making $20,000, maybe a little bit more, was that I was able to take advantage of a referral program that they had. So while I was working there, I actually signed myself up as a driver, right? Because as a driver, you can then refer new drivers to become a Lyft driver, right? And they had this wild promotion. Like this was the most absurd promotion I've ever seen in my life. Basically, if they signed up and they completed a certain amount of rides, they would get a bonus and I would get a bonus. Like both of us get a bonus, and it was like not like $100, $50. No, it was like hundreds of dollars. Like I think one of the bonus was like $600. You know, $600, both me and you, bro. Are you kidding me? That's that's crazy. So as I was helping these new drivers onboard them onto their experience, onboard them, so they don't have to go through the experience themselves. Basically, I would put in my own referral code into their registration, and then sign them up, you know? And with that process, basically, if they do complete their milestones, we both get paid. And it was kind of crazy. And it was going well for a while. I was actually doing uh, a lot of people that were coming to me. I was able to put that into the system. But then I got a little greedy. Okay, so this is when I started seeing, drivers come in that were brand new, but I wasn't working with them. So I had my coworkers assisting them, but I was able to still, pull up those drivers' accounts. And I was somehow, while they're working with them, I would try to squeeze in my referral code, try to get them signed in. Try when they signed up, right? So try to squeeze in that referral code as they signed up or as they're putting the finishing touches to sign up, right? And now you're thinking, oh, yo, why are you taking advantage of the rules? No, right? You have to remember, if I didn't put in this referral code, he wouldn't. The person that was signing up wouldn't get the bonus. So meaning, if they completed their milestone, whatever, they would get no bonus at all. Which, in my opinion, is very unfair because at the time there was no minimum wage right requirement. So the drivers, they were getting paid whatever they were getting paid. They weren't getting any extra income. And I know a lot of these people, they needed the money. The only reason why they're working as a driver for like the taxi company is basically to earn a living to support their family, to support themselves. and it's really not easy to make money out here, you know. So I was really trying to look out for them, and obviously, you know, there's some benefit to me for looking out for other people, you know. And I had to do it at the risk of my job, honestly, you know. And once they caught on, they told me about, you know, the circumstance, and they were like, "Yo, like, you know, do you know these people that you're giving out these codes to?" And I told them like, "Nah, I don't know, but you know, I'm trying to help them out." And they basically said you can't do it anymore. You know, this is against the rules. You know, unless you know these people, you can't be referring them or using your code to refer them. And the crazy part was, immediately once they discovered that I was taking advantage of this, you know, little loophole, they changed the system right away. But for some reason, anytime there is another problem like involving the system, it takes them forever to fix. But as soon as there's money getting, you know, involved, bro, they fixed it right away. And it wasn't like it was a lot of money, you know. I mean, I made some money, so they probably, you know, the other people, the drivers made some money. I think in total they lost maybe 40K, you know, because I made like 20K. The drivers probably made another 20K, right? So don't worry, I paid the taxes on it. I didn't like finesse the IRS, you know. I made sure I paid taxes on that 20K. And you know, like it was like it was really like sticking it up to the man. You know what I'm saying? Like I they personally, like when I was working there, I worked my butt off. You know, I took on more clients than most of my coworkers, and on a weekly basis, you know, on a daily basis, to be honest, we have daily meetings in the morning. Like every day we have a meeting, and I was just never getting any recognition. I never got a raise for my performance. Like if performance was the only metric that they measured, like I would have you know literally I would have literally been on the top. And because it wasn't that metric, I soon just didn't care anymore. You know, I really didn't even care for the job. And when the time came for a raise, you know how much raise they gave me? They gave me like a 10-cent raise. Embarrassing. I took that as an insult, you know. And then when the opportunity came, when the system reverted back to itself, and I was able to put in my referral code again, I took advantage of it and put my referral code again. I made another few $100s, and then that was it. Because I think with the new system, they were able to track it better, and they were able to discover that I violated the system again. And they called me out. They were like, "Hey, like, you know, do you know this person?" They basically had a meeting with me, and they tried to confirm whether or not I knew this person that was referring. And when I told them like I don't really know them, you know, like I'm not gonna lie to them, I straight up didn't even know them, but and they basically was like, yeah, like that was the end of the meeting. They didn't really say anything then, but I knew I was gonna get fired for that. So at the end of the at the end of like maybe like 2 weeks or 1 week or something, you know, that's when they like called me up, fired me. And to be honest, I think it was illegal for them to fire me. Like they pretty much let me go, and then they kept harassing me to like sign this paperwork, you know, to confirm my leave, basically saying that I left, you know, which is kind of weird. Like if you get fired, the, what, why do I have to sign something? That's weird to me, you know, like. And I tried to like not sign that thing for a long time. Like I didn't sign it for like a month or two, and I just kept ignoring them. But yeah, like I find that very weird because honestly, I didn't do anything that broke the law. You know, I didn't break any company policy. You know, like for me, it was just like I'm helping people. Honestly, I really was helping people. You know, to me, I think I was a hero. You know, like there's people's like families that I saved. You know, like I literally helped them by giving them hundreds of dollars. You know, just think about like a family like trying to support themselves, like, you know, with one income source from a man that's like trying his best to make a living, and all of a sudden they get a $600 bonus, bro. That makes such a big difference for them. You know, that's groceries. That's groceries. That's rent. That's utilities. That's a good amount of money to you know to help them get their, you know, foot in the door and get them on the way. Honestly, and I really don't know why Lyft even like was offering so much money. Because when I saw that, I was like, wow, they are idiots. I cannot believe they are such idiots to be offering that much money. And I think it was like 600, maybe like, I think in like some parts it was like 400. Some parts were like 800 maybe. I can't recall, but I remember it was in the hundreds. Like they were, it was not, there's no amount was less than like 200. There was no amount less than 200, which is kind of crazy. Like anything above that is kind of crazy for a referral. Like if you talk about affiliate programs, that was the affiliate program. You know what I'm saying? Like if you referring somebody and they sign up and they do work and you both get paid $600, $800, bro, that is the affiliate program to be on. Honestly, you're not getting that from anywhere. You know, the amount of work you get and the return you get, bro, it's ridiculous. If you just even like do that on a as a job on a daily basis, just think about this. If you did that as a job, right, recruiting Lyft drivers, you know, you could go door knocking. If you get one person to sign up, that's $600 a day. Just $600 a day, 365 days, bro. You're making bank. Are you kidding me? You're making bank. Not a lot of people making $600 a day. You kidding me? Not a lot, honestly. Most people don't even make that a week. You know, you can get that in a day just referring people. You don't gotta even do any work. You just gotta refer them. You just tell them, yo, there's an opportunity here. All right, you just have to drive people around, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is drive people around. All right, and you complete the certain amount of drives in a certain amount of period. I'm gonna give you a bonus, bro. No brainer, no brainer for both of you, right? Let's say they can't even finish the drives, bro. Just low key take over the drives and help them finish it, bro. Y'all both get paid. Are you kidding me? You know, work something out with them. Y'all both get paid. It's a huge, huge opportunity. And for me, I was kind of baffled that nobody else in my office caught on. And like, I'm pretty sure Uber has their own little referral thing, but that that program for Lyft was kind of crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of crazy, offering that much money, and like to the point where I accumulated 20 bands, 20 bands, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, I blew that stuff. I blew most of that 20 bands. I gambled like crazy during that time. I was playing poker, freaking playing dice, bro. Dice, man. I was playing CeeLo, yo. Yeah, if y'all know about CeeLo, oh my god, bro. I was freaking going crazy with CeeLo, man. It was like every night, bro. I should have just been investing in like real estate or something, bro. I was really on my degenerate stuff, and I do not recommend gambling ever to anybody, bro. Do not gamble. It's not a good way to make money. If you have money, don't waste it on gambling, bro. That was what I was doing. I had money at the time. I had 20 bands. Think about it. I had 20 bands. I wasted on gambling, bro. Just buy fucking. If you have money, invest, save, invest in dividend stocks, invest in ETFs. All right, that take it from me, man. Learn from my mistakes. Do not gamble your earnings, man. Your hard-earned earnings. Even if it's a come up like this, even if it's an opportunity like this, you take the opportunity money, put it somewhere safe, park it up, make it turn into more money. Don't let that money just to go to waste, man. I'm fucking sick to my stomach that I wasted it. I even like moved out. Well, I mean, I've been moved out. That was the job that I got when I was moved out. You know, I was actually living on my own in Brooklyn, and then I got this job at Live. And it was really like on a whim. Like out of nowhere, I got an email saying, "Oh, yo, you got an interview." I'm like, "Oh, lit, let's get it." You know, at the time, I was doing good because I had like money from when they were giving out money pretty much. Freaking everyone was getting money from the government, so I stacked up mad bread from the government, and then I was living off that for a bit. Then I was like, oh, about to run out, so I was like, all right, let me get a job. I wasn't running out, but I was getting into a spot where I was like, oh, I might need some money soon. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, I was like, all right, let me get a job. I got a job at Lyft, and it just all went from there. And that job was nice. I'm not gonna say anything bad about that job because it was a good job. Like my management was cool, right? There was meetings, there was areas to develop. The only thing I didn't like was like the lunch breaks and the daily meetings in the morning, and like the basically like the location. You know, it was kind of like in Long Island City, and then like, having to go through the traffic just to get home. That was quite the hardship. I'm not gonna lie, it's very very inconvenient if you have to drive. Then when I moved back home, taking the train and bus, that was actually much easier. I actually liked that but much better. But I felt like a peasant, right? I hate taking public transportation. It makes me feel like another ant in this whole like ant hill, bro. Like it's just it's just I really don't like feeling like a peasant, and just taking the train and bus every day made me feel like a peasant. Doesn't even matter how much money I'm making. I was making good money, like freaking finessing everything, but it's just I hate feeling like a peasant. I'd rather be in my car, mad comfy, even if I got paid a little more, I'd rather just chill in my car. But logically, it didn't make any sense, like taking my car every day, sitting in traffic, and rather than just like taking the train where you don't have to think at all, you know. There was some ups and downs, but like when I moved back home, I made the executive decision to like not drive to work anymore, because I'm like, it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. Taking a train and bus, it's humbling. It's humbling, but sometimes you just gotta do it. If it makes sense, Like let's say the travel time is 40 minutes, bus and train. 40 minutes driving. I'm gonna take the 40 minutes bus and train, because honestly, I don't gotta do it. I don't gotta worry about crashing into the other dumbasses on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like I just gotta sit there, play on my phone, and then when I look up, I'm already there. If that makes sense. Even though I gotta be surrounded by bums and idiots, that's just kind of like, you know, the balance beam. You gotta give something to take some. And yeah, this is just like a little story time. I hope you guys enjoyed. And make sure if you are working at a boring ass job, try to find some opportunities to grow, find some opportunities to make more money, and make sure you don't get caught. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.